Okay, I'm going to show you my audience and then I will start the speech. Hopefully it shows everybody because I can't see what I'm doing.
2, 3, you got it. And I can count, so hey.
And I can too.
Now let me set you back up. Okay, let's see if this works. Sorry, I'm a little wobbled, but yeah, whatever. Okay. When you talk about the death penalty, you have one of two reactions. They deserve it, or I can't believe this is still happening. Texas is the leading state in executions since 1976. Do you know how many cases have been overturned and the imprisoned person found innocent? 164 innocent people have been exonerated since 1973. Do you feel comfortable with those odds? Today I will tell you why the death penalty should be removed as an optional punishment throughout the United States in criminal conviction. We'll go over the financial aspect, the exonerations, and the morality. So the financial aspect is Oklahoma capital cases cost on average 3.2 times more than non-capital cases. This was provided by the Oklahoma Death Penalty Review Commission. In California, it was revealed that the cost of the death penalty in the state has been over $4 billion since 1978. Study considered pretrial and trial cost of automatic appeals and state habeas corpus petitions, cost of federal habeas corpus appeals, and cost of incarceration on death row. That is provided by Alarcon and Mitchell. In Florida, it costs over $51 million per year. That is provided by the Palm Beach Post. Enforcing the death penalty cost Florida $51 million a year, above what it would cost to punish all first-degree murderers with life in prison without parole. This was based on the 44 executions Florida had carried out since 1976. That amounts to a cost of $24 million for each execution. In North Carolina, it is $2.16 million per execution. That was provided by a study from Duke University. The most comprehensive study in the country found that the death penalty cost North Carolina $2.16 million per execution over the cost of sentencing murderers to life imprisonment. The majority of those costs occur at the trial level. In Texas, a death penalty costs an average of $2.3 million, about 3 times the cost of imprisoning someone in a single cell at the highest security level for 40 years. This was based on a post from the Dallas Morning News from March 8, 1992. As far as exonerations, there have been 164 exonerations to date. Since 1973, more than 160 people have been released from death row with evidence of their innocence. This was provided by a staff report from the House Judiciary Subcommittee on Civil and Constitutional Rights. From 1973 to 1999, there was an average of 3 exonerations per year. From 2000 to 2011, there was an average of 5 exonerations per year. The morality behind it all is they killed someone. Do we repay an execution to exact revenge? What exactly are we making someone have the death penalty for? Do you know their past? Are there extenuating circumstances? Is an execution still the best recourse? Did they have a troubled past? Are there psychological reasons? Is the death penalty the actual recourse that needs to be taken? Can they possibly do any good on the inside? Restructure their frame of mind, find God, or help others possibly? There was a documentary that I watched that someone had been put on life imprisonment without death, and he got an education, he became a minister, and he was actually helping people that were only there on short terms to turn their life around and not to come back. So the recidivism rate for him, for his education and helping others, actually was better than sentencing him to life. Will the death of the killer really ease the suffering of the family? Is the death... Most family members I've watched in other documentaries where the family has actually talked and actually witnessed on behalf of the person that murdered their family member, that they actually, oh my gosh, what is the word? When they admitted that they killed him, the family members actually met with him, and actually testified that they didn't want him to go to death and for life imprisonment, just because they knew that they could turn their life around. As traumatizing as the death of a loved one is by the hand of another human being, will it truly help the victim's family to heal? Are you 100% certain the convicted actually committed the crime? Will it bring the loved one back? If the person convicted truly murdered someone, maybe they can find God and turn their life around behind bars. We went over the financial aspect, the exonerations, and the morality behind it all. Are you comfortable with sentencing someone to death knowing that so many imprisoned people have been exonerated? Are you truly helping the victim's family by killing another human being? Hate can only be overcome with love.